Things are heating up at the Houston Independent School District after multiple principals are given an ultimatum: resign or not have their contracts renewed. There have been protests against the changes on multiple campuses, with students, parents, and staff participating.
Everyone hears the words Mike Miles and it just sends everyone into like a flying rage.
I feel like it's unfair that Mike Miles just fired our principal, and he was just principal of the year last year.
A lot of parents are really upset right now is that we don't have a say in what's happening in our district.
HISD released a statement saying, in part, when making decisions about school leaders, the first and in some ways most critical piece of data HISD evaluates is the quality of a school. When a school is rated C or lower, it often means the school is not serving students well on a consistent basis, and where campuses are not meeting the needs of all kids. HISD must examine what is happening at the school that starts with the school's leadership. Joining us to talk about it, Texas State Representatives Yolanda Jones, Ron Reynolds, and Jarvis Johnson. And of course, Yolanda would require me to say she used to be on the Board of Trustees at HISD, or there will be trouble. But Representative Johnson, first of all, your thoughts about what we're seeing with Superintendent Mike Miles and the school district, with so many leaders being cut.
I think one of the things that you have to pay attention to, this comes from up top. This is Governor Abbott using Mike Miles as his little minion to come in here and be disruptive so that he can push his voucher scam. Mike Miles has taken very quality principals doing great work, and as you heard the little student just say, their principal was the principal of the year last year, and now they're being replaced. He's fired or many teachers have resigned, over 1,600, and he's replaced them with 893 non-certified or qualified teachers. And so how do you expect to raise student progress if you're putting in unqualified teachers in the classroom? Mike Miles and Governor Abbott are using HISD as a pawn to create this voucher scheme to destroy public education.
Representative Jones, what about what they said in their statement that they released to us here on the fact they're saying, look, this is based on what happens at the school, how the school performs, how the leadership performs?
So Mike Miles created the leadership. He went and hired a bunch of principals. He put them on the NES system, which didn't work in Dallas. It ain't working nowhere else.
For those who don't know what that is, what is that?
It's some new system he got. Again, it's not.
We don't know either.
But it's not based. It's not based like on science or anything, right? So he was in Dallas. They ran him away in Dallas. It didn't work there. He's actually got charter schools in Colorado and in Texas, and they're all failing and they're closing, and they need a lot of money. So he's created the very system. He literally has fired certified teachers and principals, and he's not even certified. The kangaroo court board that he has sign off on everything, and they don't do anything to stop it. And they're not just firing principals, they're not just firing teachers, they're also firing staff. They literally laid off 1,200 people on Friday, and they told them, hey, you can come back and you can apply for your jobs, but you're not going to get benefits, you're not going to get health insurance, you can't accrue vacation, and you're going to work hourly. So he has eviscerated HISD. He has made it a place where you cannot learn. Oh, by the way, he also fired mechanics, so they're gonna have some raggedy buses breaking down. The kids gonna be in dirty schools. And so he's created the environment, and he's forced the principals to accept this new system that nobody knows what it is. And no wonder they're failing. He did it, he made it fail, and now he's punishing them. And I hate that we are losing a generation of children because of Mike Miles, and he needs to go.
Right.
But I will say this, the one thing he did to cause people to look at it is he did the same stuff to white people just now that he had been doing to black and brown schools, and nobody said anything. So I'm glad that he's so arrogant that he thought he could go to Meyerland or go to these other schools, because now we have people paying attention, and we need for people to pay attention and shine a light on his malfeasance.
If not to improve the school district, what do you see as a superintendent's end game here, Representative Reynolds?
Well, the end game, I won't say it as eloquently as my colleagues. F Mike Miles. He's the only one that should be getting the F and should be fired. He is dismantling our public schools where black and brown kids are going to get an education to compete in the global economy. it's all by design. He was brought in, as Representative Johnson stated, to carry out Governor Abbott's and Lieutenant Governor Patrick's and the TEA Commissioner Mike Morath's plan to dismantle HISD. That was what the HISD takeover was all about, to charterize and voucherize, to dismantle our public schools, to siphon the funds off for private school tuition, to subsidize wealthy individuals to send their kids to their own private schools, and to charterize the district. That is what he was there to do, and the damn board of managers is there to rubber stamp everything he does. If this was an elected board, we could hold her ass accountable, and he would be fired today. This is a disgrace, and everyone should be they should be upset and outraged, because this man is intentionally dismantling HISD when they were on the rise. He did it in Dallas, and now he's bringing this shit to Houston.
All right, and we apologize for that. You're getting a little too hot, getting too little flossy on here, about to cost me my whole damn show. But anyway, we apologize for that.
My bad.
But for those who say you guys are elected officials, you're state representatives, can you not intervene and do something about this?
We absolutely have tried to do something. At the end of the day, when we know that this bill was put in place, when we had the special sessions last year, we all went back to the House, and we all put in place the amendment to reverse the damage that the governor, lieutenant governor, and Mike Morath have used to take over the district. Unfortunately, when you're having a majority Republican body that will simply walk right over the minority party of the Democrats, what we've done all that we can. But I will tell you this. What we will do as Democrats is hold the district accountable. We're going to certainly hold Mike Miles and Morath accountable, but we have to send a clear message. We're going after the businesses that want to do business with HISD. We're going to hurt you in the hot pocketbook, because if that's the only way we're going to get your attention, we will get your attention. We're not going to let our children fail the way Mike Morath and Mike Miles want our children to fail.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us here on The Factor. And, of course, we'll continue to follow this developing story.